I thought we already figured out what to say.
I've forgotten my favourite since then.
Don't talk.
Hello and welcome to Loose Interiors. I'm Tanya from number 81.
I'm Kirsty from Juby Interior Design.
And I'm Bree from Upholstery by Bree.
Okay, so this week we're going to be talking about budgets. So, a good subject.
Nobody likes to talk about budgets, do they?
No, I think it's a very British thing, isn't it? You know, don't talk about money.
Yeah, I don't really have that experience. I feel that the South African culture is a little bit more open to talk about things than the British.
I guess we're not.
We're a bit odd,
I don't know
aren't
why
we?
though,
Yeah.
because it's just something that...
And where's it come from? You're never told that, are you?
No, it's just
it's
just
just
a
the
thing.
taboo.
Cultural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strange, very strange. So our first question today is from Lauren. So thank you, Lauren. So Lauren wanted to know what are the variations between like an entry point and a high-end scheme, the pros and cons.
So
how
a
would we
reason why
answer
a
that?
budget helps, from my perspective, is where do I start? If you've got a client and they're a bit reluctant to tell you what they can afford or what
Yeah.
they put aside to spend, where do you start? For an example, a fabric, an upholstery fabric or a fabric can range. Majority of them now on the high street are about £50 a metre. They can go up to 200 and excess. It doesn't mean to say the more expensive fabric is better quality.
No.
It's just more exclusive.
Yeah. I guess it's down to the labour to create that product.
Yeah.
The man hours, the
It could be
attention
hand
to
printed,
detail.
Yes.
hand blocked or something,
Yeah.
you know. So it's not the quality, it's the cost of producing that.
Yeah.
And the production quantity is obviously a lot less for something that's colour blocked rather than something that's printed in a mill.
And I guess that goes for everything, doesn't it? You know, you've got fabrics, you've got wallpapers, you've
Yeah.
got carpets, rugs,
Yeah.
and kitchens.
Yeah, in
You
your
know,
kitchens as well.
Yeah, for example, you know, you have a vinyl wrap door, they're off the shelf, mass produced, so a lot easier to kind
Yeah.
of produce it, more cost effective. And then you've got the other end of the extreme where you've got a kind of hand finished, hand painted, you know, the door needs to be manually prepped and sanded. Then it's, you know, a number of paint colours, undercoats, that kind of thing. And it's a different kind of product. So it still goes on, it still goes on the same cabinetry, still the same quality, it's just different ends of the scale from price point.
But then you get pros with that. If you pay more for something, it's more exclusive.
Yeah.
Less people, it's less available, it
Yes.
takes longer to make, so that's why it's more expensive. But that also means your neighbour doesn't have one.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
It's the exclusivity.
And I always kind of like to have something that's a little bit different to what everybody else has got.
You don't want to be the same as
No,
everybody
no,
else, do you?
you know.
Because your home should reflect your personality as well, don't you agree?
Yeah.
And we're not all the same, are we?
No, and it'd be really boring if we were.
Yeah,
You know,
I
it's
mean, between the
nice-
three of us, all of our homes would be totally different for different reasons. The amount of traffic it has coming through
Yeah.
there, who lives there, how many
Yeah.
pets you've got, etc., etc. So we are all very different.
I guess from talking about money and that kind of thing, I always use my Kirsty and Phil as an example.
What, Phil, my mate?
Oh yeah, you've met Phil Spencer,
I have.
haven't you?
I met him because I nearly ran him over.
Oh dear.
But he was very nice about it.
Oh, that was lucky. So I always talk to my kitchen clients. You know, some people don't like to tell you what they want to spend because I guess
Yeah.
they've got it in their head that they might, you know, you might max out their budget just because they've told you that figure. But from my point of view, I think it's really good to talk about it because you're going to get a better option. So comparing it to the Kirsty and Phil location programme, you know, that you give them a budget for a house, and they go and look for that house, but then suddenly you've found an extra bit of money that you didn't tell them about in the first place, and they usually find something amazing for that extra little bit.
Yeah.
So I think it's always good to be honest and open with everything, so that you get the best value for what you're able to spend, whatever that is.
I think it's disappointment as well. If somebody comes to me saying they want a chair done, and I bring them all these fabrics, and they see something that they really want on the chair, but the fabric is £200 a metre, then it's a disappointment that they can't afford that fabric for that chair. But if I know that they have £500 or £700 for a chair, I know the fabrics that I take to them will be able to bring that chair into budget, and I know that when I sit there and they choose something, I'll be able to do the chair for the budget that they said they have.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's kind of like, here's what you could have won, I'll take it away. You can't have it now. It's
So
just,
we don't ask for a budget because we want to, like you say, max it out.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I
we
can
want
spend
to
this
work
much,
with
thank
you
you.
and present to you what's within your budget and give you the best options possible for the money that you have.
Yeah. And I think, you know, just because it's expensive doesn't necessarily mean it's the best thing.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so I hope we've answered your question, Lauren. The next question we have is from Lucy. So Lucy's question was how to get luxe finishes for non-luxe prices.
Well,
Girls.
it's always nice to have a luxe piece, and we totally get that not everyone can afford to have those individual pieces, those luxe pieces throughout the whole of their scheme or their room. So again, it's nice to know the budget. Say if we're doing a living room and you're having new flooring, rugs or carpet, sofas, curtains, wall coverings, artwork, you know, accessories. We can focus in on making some budget available for a nice piece. That could be a designer occasional chair, something that you think, wow, I really love that, but you're never going to allow anybody to sit in it. You just want to sit in your sofa and admire it for the next couple of years. We can do that, or a beautiful piece of art, or a rug. So we can always drop in within your budget a luxury piece, and then keep the rest as a stable price items in the rest of the room, and it will still look beautiful, and that will still be your focal point.
I guess in my industry, it's very similar. You know, you're designing a kitchen space, and you know, if you fall in love with this, you know, the worktop, then, and it's the pricey item, then, you know, if you really, really love that, then we can try and make it work. And you know, you put a bit more budget towards that luxe work surface, but then
pull it from somewhere else.
Just pare it back somewhere else to still give you the same overall look. So there's always ways of achieving your look. It's just working with your designer and your expert in that field to kind of guide you in the right direction. And so always being honest and open about
we're here
what
to
you want to
work.
achieve, and we're here to work
with you
and for you and together.
So
So hopefully that answers Lucy's question.
I think that's it for today.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us. Our 4th episode of Loose Interiors. So I'm Tanya from number 81.
I'm Kirsty from GB Interior Design.
And I'm Bree from Upholstery by Bree.
Give us a like and a follow, and we'll see you next time.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.